Hi. So before I dive into the main objective of this video, I would like to ask you first three questions. So first would be, are you a social media user? And if yes, are you aware of the possible threats available in social media? And if yes again, do you know how you can protect yourself from these threats? So the objective of this video is for you to know what is social media and what are the threats which you should be aware of, and what are the protection you needed for you to avoid these threats. First, let's define what is social media. So according to the Instapedia.com, social media is a computer-based technology that facilitates the sharing of ideas, thoughts, and information through the building of virtual network and communities. We are aware of the advantages of using social media, from being the business arena for online sellers and sharing of information and communicating, but it also share its risk. So cyber criminals already took advantage of the carefree way of using the social media, usually with paid schemes that puts users at risk with a single tap on click as a disguised link. So what are these threats on social media? So I have identified three from university or Tulane University website, blog site. So I have here the data mining, the phishing attempts, and the malware sharing. So let's dig deep into these threats. So first is we have to define what is data mining. Data mining involves the collection of, storage, and processing of large sets of data in order to spot patterns. So this is from defined from Tulane University Blogspot. So we know that every time we create a social media account, we need to provide basic information like our full name, our geographic location, our birthday, or personal interest. This is given to the platform for us to have an account. So do you know that whenever we use the internet, we leave a data trail behind, just like a footprints. Then companies collect data on users' behaviors, basically when, where, and how users interacts on their platforms. And then all these data are stored and leveraged by companies to better target advertising to their users. So sometimes these companies shares users' data into third-party entities without us knowing that our data has been shared to other entities. Just to make it clear, data mining is not generally bad. I mean, this can also be used by banking organizations to track fraudulent credit card or banking activities. It also aid in the detection of money laundering and other criminal activities. So next would be phishing attack. Phishing is a type of social engineering attack often used to steal users' data, including login credentials and credit card numbers. So this is from imperva.com. Phishing is one of the most common ways criminals attempt to gain access on a sensitive personal information. So often in the form of an email, a text chat, or a phone call. The phishing attack itself is a message from a legitimate organization, meaning they are acting like they are from a legitimate source. Then these messages tricks people into sharing sensitive data, including passwords, banking information, credit card details. So this is most common in social media platform. This would be possible if you click on a link in a tweet, a post in your social media or video hosting site, or a direct message, either advertising a gift or a special offer. So that is how phishing attacks look like. This could appear from anybody, and then sometimes this is coming from your trusted contact if their social media account has been compromised or identities proof. And next would be the malware sharing. So malware is just a malicious software which is designed to gain access to computers and data they contain. So malware, if once a malware infiltrated the user's computer, it can be used to steal sensitive information. It could be, this would be the spyware, extort money, or the ransomware, or profit from false advertising. So that is adware. Social media platforms are an ideal delivery system for malware distributions. Once an account has been compromised, often because of phishing, cybercriminals can take over that account and can distribute the malware to all your friends or your contacts. So these three are somehow connected to each other. So it would start from data mining, where they can gather your information. Next is they would attack you in phishing attempts, and then once they have access to your accounts, they can now send or share malware to your friends list or contacts. So these three are somehow connected to each other. Let's jump to the ways of protection for us to avoid those three threats. So first is, you should always share limited information on your social media platforms. So do not post too much information. Next would be, provide a separate email. So provide a separate email for your social media accounts, banking, and shopping, and for your temporary email address when you are registering to some untrusted site. Then next is protection from phishing attacks. So first would be, do not click on links in post tweets or direct messages. So as much as possible, if you see a link on your chat or your chat box or inbox, do not click it directly unless you have verified the source. So you are 100% sure that is it from a legitimate source. Next would be, take time to consider your actions before responding to approaches on social media. As much as possible, you avoid those trending sharing posts, or let's say those IQ tests on social media. As much as possible, if you don't need it, don't try it. So next is protection for malware sharing. So just like the phishing attempts, never open or click download anything that you deem too suspicious, like files, ads, emails, etc. So if you don't know the source, or do you think that is not intended for you, or the sender would be, you are thinking that that sender will not send you that link, so as much as possible, you have to verify first before clicking anything on social media. Next is regularly change your passwords. So it would be, you might say it would be tedious to change it, but I would advise for you to change it every month, and then use a complex password for every account, and then use a different password for all of your accounts. Don't use one password for all your social media accounts and your banking accounts or your online shopping accounts. So next is install anti-malware and anti-spyware software on your PC. This can also help to block malware. Next would be, connect to a secure Wi-Fi. So as much as possible, do not connect to public Wi-Fi's because sometimes those networks are not secure. It can cause some malware sharing. So that's it. That's all about the social media, the threats and the protections you need to have a secure cyberspace. So this is just basically a few information you need, just the basic information you need to be secure on the social media. So we know that this lack of awareness is the main cause of cybercrimes, and with the increasing number of people online, which grows up to 60% of the population worldwide, strengthening public awareness about cybercrimes is one of the best ways to start securing our cyberspace. So at this time, we know that the general public is not yet fully aware and properly educated about cybersecurity. And as the number of people using social media increases every month, the cyber threat is side by side growing. So um, this is for your safety. So start the awareness campaign now. So that's all about social media threats and protection. So I hope you grasp some information about the topic, and I'm hoping you can spread the awareness.